So, y'all, we're going to talk about Kobe Bryant. Now, I understand that many people are doing conspiracy theories, trying to figure out who he was a sacrifice for. People are doing those things. If you're looking for that, this is not the video. I won't be doing any of that. There have been many other people that have been doing that. That's not what this is going to be about. As you know, Kobe Bryant and his daughter, along with 7 other people, were killed in a helicopter accident. Now, when I posted about this, I made sure that people understood that Kobe Bryant wasn't a guy that was on the front lines for black people. I made sure that people understood that. I covered Kobe Bryant coming out of his mouth years ago when Trayvon Martin, was murdered by a white supremacist, George Zimmerman. I talked about Kobe Bryant's stance then. This video will not be about that either, because as he wasn't on the front lines for black people, that has nothing to do directly with how he was killed. So it's irrelevant. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about his non-black wife. I'm not going to talk about any of that shit. I want to talk about people's response to Kobe Bryant's untimely demise. And what I noticed that we do when people that are rich and famous, what I noticed that the public, the general public does in these times is something that I personally disagree with. I saw people that are, showing their love for Kobe Bryant, sharing their memories with Kobe Bryant. I've seen several people tear up, get choked up when they're trying to give interviews and speak about him. And I want everyone to just look at their lives, look at the people that you love, and understand that this life is not promised. There is no day that is guaranteed. People are out here dying on a daily basis by the thousands, hundreds of thousands. If you look at around the whole world, people are dying all the time. And I think that, when at times like this, when somebody in the public eye dies, and particularly untimely, he was only 41 years old, we have a tendency to do our little RIP shit, and then we go right back to the low level frequency that we are always on. Where the people that we love, the people that we can see, the people that we actually know, will, hold grudges against them. We will be bitter towards them. We will call ourselves cutting people off for all types of petty reasons. We allow this society to tell us who to love, and we allow even people to say, well, a person is stupid for still being with this person, or still talking to this person, or, sharing a life with this person. We allow society to dictate our relationships at all times. But then when somebody famous dies, everybody want to cry. Everybody wants to cry, as opposed to and I guess I don't have an issue with people crying or feeling sympathy in their hearts for his family, his daughters. I mean, this is a child that was killed in this accident as well. And as a father, he's going to have daughters growing up without their father. And I think that is a big deal. I mean, even if you somebody's kid, which we all are, somebody's child, that should make you, show appreciation to the people that are living more, because you never know when something's going to happen. You have no idea. All this, again, we can do all this RIP shit that we want to do, but life is not guaranteed, man. And it seems like we conduct ourselves like somebody done gave us some guaranteed months, years, days, down to hours, and even minutes. We need to be deaths like this that are in the public eye, that makes everybody come together about that death. That should be causing more of an appreciation for the people that you love, the people that you have in your life, the people that are living, that you just may know. It should cause us to have more of appreciation for that. But I don't see that happening. I saw the same thing happen with Nipsey Hussle. We just saw the same thing happen with Nipsey Hussle. And, you know, instead of it causing people to appreciate and value the people that they have in their lives and value the people that they claim that they love, we right back to the same shit until somebody else dies. And I watch people, regular people, worship and honor almost like they were a loved one of Kobe Bryant's or something to that effect. And it's very disingenuous, because here you have somebody who you have in your contact list, who you have decided to hold a grudge against, who you've decided not to reconcile with, and they're in your contact list as you express all of this love for a man that you didn't even know. You didn't know anything about him. You knew his fadeaway. You knew he was an athlete, you know, a beast of an athlete. No one can take that away from him. His work ethic and what he brought to the game of basketball. You can't take that away from him, but you didn't know him. You got people that you know that you're holding a grudge against right now. People who are living, who you decide to show hate towards right now, that you will not reconcile with at all. And we must understand as well, even in his death, we saw the white supremacists come out here and do what they do. We saw them do what they do. They don't have any true value over human life. There will be some of these white supremacists, these racists, that will come out and act like they gave a fuck about Kobe. But if Kobe Bryant was a regular black person that was gunned down by some cops, these motherfuckers wouldn't give a damn. They wouldn't give a fuck about him. And I'm not going to allow these white supremacists to make me believe that they care, because I know who they are. I know what happens when it's just a black person gunned down by the police, a black person falsely in prison, a black person going through some type of brutality or terrorism at the hands of a random white supremacist, or at the hand of this white supremacist system that has been built. So I know they don't give a fuck, which is why this white bitch was able to get on this TV and she was able to sit here and say, and call him, though, said something about Los Angeles niggers. And, you know, she was able to apologize, and I think maybe she lost her job by now. But we have to understand that this is what we're dealing with out here. These white folk don't give a fuck about you. It's up to black people to give a fuck about each other, and not just in death. And that seems to be one of our issues, is that we want to care about each other in death. We need to be cherishing the moments that we have here on this earth. If you know that you have people that you love, your children, even the parents, not just the children, but the parents, the children, your friends, your family, you need to be showing some love. It's some people that y'all need to be calling right now. It's some people that you need to be calling right now and letting them know that it's time for us to get over this bullshit and move forward. It's time for that. Because you never know. You may not have the time to sit here and hold this grudge, and that person could be taken away from you. And that's what I took away from, what happened. Cause I was, I'm sitting and at this time I was at the airport, flying back in, and, somebody just stopped me and like, man, you see what happened to Kobe? A random person. I didn't even know who he was. But in death, people do come together. That's something that people have done. When famous people die, people come together and mourn the person, mourn what that person, or in remembrance of what that person may have added to their lives directly. That's what we do as people. But I think we should be doing it all the time, because Kobe ain't the only one that died. He's not the only one. Not going to be the last one. Now, he was a public figure, but we must, at least in my opinion, is we must value life more than we do. We must value the people who we love more than we do. And again, I don't know. I understand that, people would rather, slander this man. I'm not here to do that. I'm not going to slander him. I know what he was. I told y'all what he was as far as blackness is concerned. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to do that. There have been enough white supremacists going to come out here and talk this shit about Kobe. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about the value of life and how fleeting life can be. Any day I could pass away. You know what I'm saying? Like any day. I'm out here driving these motherfucking trucks. I could easily be taken out. It wouldn't take anything. But I understand that. And a lot of times in death, people do deal with mortality. It just doesn't last long enough to me. I think that we should deal with that on a daily basis. We should be showing appreciation for the people that we care about on a daily basis. It shouldn't be something that we are waiting for. There's been many times I've talked to people that, you know, they'd say that their last conversation they had with somebody was they was in an argument, or they ain't talked to somebody in years and they just passed away and they really loved them. And that sorrow that they carry around, you know, for having or being in that state, that affects them. Just having that sorrow in them because they know they could have did something. They know they could have picked up the phone and called. They know they could have shot out even a damn text message or something. They know they could have done that, but they didn't do that. And that causes them to have sorrow because the last thing that the last memory they have of a person is them arguing, them bickering, them fighting. And these are things that we can actively work on. If you want to honor Kobe Bryant, I mean, you can hashtag him. You can put pictures of him and his daughter up, but how well or how good is the relationship that you have with your child? You know, how much love did you show to them? How much love are you showing to your mother, to your father? You know, are you acting like they're going to live forever? Because a lot of us do it. And I'm not just saying this, you know, to come at people. This is something that we could all work on, and myself included. This is something that we can all work on. Acting like when you wake up tomorrow, your mom and daddy just going to be here. Your friend just going to be here. Your best cousin. We could do a lot better about connecting with each other in love. People getting online, showing all this love to Kobe. And just treating the people that they know in real life like they ain't shit. Like they're just going to be here. This was a tragic accident. That took place here. And you know, you seeing all these conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but I'm not here for that. Because no matter what the theory you come up with, the man is dead. His daughter and 7 other people are dead. And you know, whatever theory you come up with, however you want to judge his life and talk whatever shit you're going to talk about him, as far as him being, you know, he wasn't with us. And I get all of that. But I want people to understand the lesson, because I saw the same thing happen with Nipsey, and it'll be happening again. The next famous person that dies, everybody be doing their RIPs and all this shit. But how are you living your life? Is that making you change your life and change how you treat the people that are the most important to you? Is it doing anything there? Because if it's not doing that, then your RIPs don't mean shit. Y'all can paint murals all around. You can have your murals painted up and all this shit, but how are you treating the people that you have in your life? That's what matters. Are you allowing society to tell you who to love? Because some people will even allow society to tell them who they shouldn't talk to, who they shouldn't be happy with. And they'll stop talking to people just for that, based on what society talking about. We are allowing these things to happen at all times. And I think it's time that we stop that shit and understand. I mean, this should be a lesson in mortality. 41 years old. His daughter was a teenager. Gone. Gone. So you don't have all the time in the world. Even if you thought you did, you don't. You don't have time to wait to next month, next year, or, you know, most of us will wait to around New Year's resolutions to try to do. No, the time is now. The time is right now to show love and cherish the people that you care about. You know you miss them. Tell them. You know you love them. Tell them. Stop fucking around, because anything can happen. I'm seeing people, you know, and not just with Kobe. I mean, people are dying all the time. If you're keeping up with the news, and people, this is all the time. And I don't understand why it takes this for people to, you know, come together, you know, and cherish someone. It should be happening. It's like give people their flowers while they living. It's an old adage. People say that a lot, but it's still not happening. I mean, again, this is the things that I see us go through, the mourning and grieving process from the public standpoint. It's always the same. Post you some pictures of Kobe and RIP him and treat the person that you know like shit. Treat the person that you love like shit. But it's RIP to Kobe. I'm crying. I'm tearing up over Kobe. You got somebody right there. But That's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. I know that this type of, this type of video, it may not be what people want to hear. People want to sensationalize this thing and, get their little clicks and their little views talking about conspiracies and Illuminati and all that shit. And y'all know I fuck with all of that, but this is a time where I want to sit here and I want us to look at life. Look at what you're doing. Look at who you're valuing. And cherish those people. Hold on to those people. Let them know you love them. That's what I took from this. And that's what I'm going to be holding anybody accountable to do. Like, don't just this RIP shit. Don't just do that. That's not enough. Change your life. That's what it's about. So y'all like, share, subscribe. Links to follow me on social media in the description box. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.